Hi, Steve from Vintage Classic 71. Here this week I'm going to show you a few in-action cards from the 1970s. If you guys watch my videos, you know, oh, my dog here wants to get in here. If you guys watch my videos, this is my little helper here, Paws. If you guys, you know I love the action shots, so figured I'd just do a quick video showing a few of them. And I won't spend too long on any one card. That way, I can show a bunch of them to you. Let me move this a little closer. Here we go. All right, the first one's going to be a 1978 Len Randall, the Mets. As you know, I love the action pictures. Here's a Lenny Randall. Then I got Mike Jurgensen, a 1977 card of Montreal Expos. A lot of these guys are just going to be common, utility and not even part-time players and stuff, but they're in action, so give them their due, a little spotlight. Next is first baseman Jim Spencer from the Chicago White Sox, wearing the old black, the Bill Veeck uniforms there. Playing against the Oakland Athletics there. Then we got a 1976 Richie Hebner, Pittsburgh Pirates. Got a 1977 Bob Watson. 1977 Joe Torre, playing for the Mets. Hall of Fame manager, New York Yankees. Now he's an MLB executive. Manny Sanguillen, catcher from the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1976 Topps. 1976 Ken Holtzman, Oakland Athletics. 1975 Chuck Taylor, Montreal Expos, warming up in the bullpen, looks like. I love the 75 cards too, the look. But you guys know me, I love all the cards, so I'm probably the wrong one to tell you which ones are the best design-wise. Next is a 75 Rudy Meoli from the Angels on a pop-up at the plate. Great action card. 1975 Larry Haney, Oakland Athletics, waiting for a throw to make a play at the plate here. The stands are kind of empty. Let's see if I can tell who they're playing. You really can't tell. But that's a 75 Larry Haney. Here's a 75 Mike Marshall, Los Angeles Dodgers relief pitcher. Then we got a 1974 Tom Bradley, San Francisco Giants. I apologize if you hear some vehicles going by. I got the windows open. It's a beautiful day today in Massachusetts, so you might hear some cars going by on the street right here. I'm shooting upstairs today because with the dog here, it's tough when I'm in my room. He's always wanting to grab hold of something. So normally when I shoot them on Mondays, he goes to doggy daycare. So he's here today, so I figured I'd do it upstairs here. Here's a 74 of Terry Forster, Chicago White Sox, back when they wore the red and gray. Relief pitcher. Another White Sox, Eddie Leone, shortstop. Right, boys, look. What do you think about baseball cards? You like it? You guys are probably like, I'd like to get my mouth on it. Here's a Carlos May, Chicago White Sox, on deck circle. Like I said, these 70 cards are great for action shots. The variety, different poses, different action shots within the game. I say it all the time, so I figured I'd do a quick video on them. Here's Eduardo Rodriguez, pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, pitching against the Oakland Athletics. Looks like he's warming up their warm-up throw, because based on the way the guy at second base, standing with his hands on his hip. And we got Claude Osteen, Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher. That's the 74. These are now 74s, the last couple. Sorry about that. Here's a 74 Big Bad John Mayberry, Kansas City Royals first baseman. And we got Vader Pinson, California Angels outfielder, 1974. Nice action shot of him batting. That looks like Thurman Munson. Most of these cards, that's Munson catching, Thurman Munson. You can tell by the orange chest protector and shin guards. A lot of, if you notice the cards, especially the American League guys, a lot of them are shot either against the Red Sox or against the Yankees. Here's a 74 of John Matlack, pitching for the Mets. All right, then we got Jim Lytle, outfielder for the Montreal Expos, 1974 tops. The Montreal Expos. It's a shame they're gone. Would like to have seen them stay. Here's Mike Epstein, first baseman from the California Angels. Oops, there we go. Nice shot. Swinging the bat. There's old Thurman behind the plate again. Same game as the previous one with Vada Pinson. Thurman Munson right there. There's Mike Epstein. All right, then we got Darrell Knowles, Oakland A's pitcher, 1974 tops. He's playing the Texas Rangers there. I love the Oakland A's uniforms, the colors. Here's Paul Shaw, third baseman, 1974 tops. Last year, you'll have a third baseman not named George Brett in Kansas City for a while, but that's Paul Shaw. 74, John Curtis, my Boston Red Sox, pitching at Fenway Park. John Curtis. Got the glasses on, as you can see there. I think you can see. Scoreboard in Fenway back then. 1974, Jerry Grody, New York Mets catcher. '74, New York Mets, Felix Milan, second base. Great glove. All right, we got 74, Roger Metzger, Houston Astros. Looks like he's getting ready to come up. He may have just taken a pitch. And that, boy, that looks. The Houston Astros back then, the uniforms are red, more predominantly red than other colors. And then 74 of Tom Hall, Cincinnati Reds pitcher. My buddy Dan would like that card. He's a big Reds fan, Cincinnati Reds. 73, Jim Hart, outfielder from the Giants. Playing against the Padres there. All right. 1973 of Ken Force. This is a beautiful image right here. Pitching to the Giants. Beautiful card. Beautiful photography on that one, where they captured it. Another 73 of Davey Johnson, Atlanta Braves, second baseman, just passed away about a week ago. Making the play at second base. And they're playing, it's hard to tell, and it looks like it's got to be an exhibition game or something. It looks like a Yankees uniform, so. Then in 1973, a Paul Splitoff, Kansas City Royals pitcher. I told you these are some great photography back in the 70s. Whoops, drop one here. We got a 1975 of one of my favorite players, George the Boomer Scott, with the Brewers here in '75. Had some great years for the Red Sox. Used to hit it what he'd call with taters for his home runs. Here's a 78 of Mike Hargrove, first base for the Texas Rangers. I can't tell. I'd say that's Yankee Stadium based on the padding in the outfield, but all right. Here's a 78 of Felix Milan again from the Mets. Turning two, and I believe that's Dave Parker going in the second. The Pirates. All right, then we got a 78 of Don Gullett for the Yankees pitching. He's more remembered as a Cincinnati Reds pitcher, I would think, than the Yankees, but good, solid pitcher. Julio Cruz, Seattle Mariners. Get ready to swipe a bag. 1978 tops. You got a 1978 of Fran Healy, New York Yankees catcher. Back up to Thurman Munson. All right, then we got Doug Ault, 78 Toronto Blue Jays card with the rookie cup, and that's Thurman Munson catching. Thurman's in a lot of these cards. is Doug Ault. Probably just got announced at Yankee Stadium. He's coming up to the plate, getting the bat ready. Okay, 1978 Rudy May, Baltimore Orioles pitcher. And you got Pittsburgh Pirates, Bruce Keeson. One of the various combinations the Pirates used to wear. All right, then we get 1978 Chris Chambliss, New York Yankees first baseman. Yeah, we got about 20 more. So this is going to be a quick video. I just picked, like I said, just like a bunch of action cards to show you. Here's the AL Championships. Yankees rally to defeat the Royals, 1978 card. Shows Mickey Rivers stealing the bag and Frank White covering for the Royals. Mick the Quick, Mickey Rivers. All right. And we got a 78 of Rick Langford, pitching for the Oakland Athletics, Oakland A's. And got a 1978 of Rob Piccolo, infielder for the Oakland Athletics. It says shortstop here, but he plays short, second, different positions. And we got a 78 of Orioles Tony Muser. And here's his first base. He played for the White Sox. I remember that. He was a decent player, part-time player, as were most of these guys I'm showing you today. But got to give them their due. Here's a 78 of Tippy Martinez, Baltimore Orioles, solid pitcher. He at this point in his career was 11-4. Started with the Yankees and came over to the Orioles. 78 John Milner, New York Mets first baseman. He played for the Pirates afterwards. He was in the Mets. He started his career. But all right, that's John Milner. Next, we got 78 of Chet Lemon, Chicago White Sox, wearing those uniforms. I told you the Bill Veeck specials. All right. And I got the 78 of Marty Patton for the Kansas City Royals pitching. Marty pitched here in Boston for a while too. He pitched for the Red Sox from 72 and 73. He's a good pitcher. I play that APA baseball. I don't know if you're familiar with Dice Baseball, but the board game, I play the APA version. And I'm playing the 72 Red Sox season right now. And Marty Patton's one of my pitchers, so just a little tidbit to throw in there. You know me, I gotta tell a story or two. Here's a 78 of Joe Coleman, Oakland Athletics. All right. Then we got a 78 of Bill Atkinson, pitching for the Montreal Expos. All right, we got a 1976 of Johnny Oates, catching for the Phillies. My nephew's watching this, Eric. He's a diehard Phillies fan. He'll be happy to see a Philly in there. Johnny Oates. Here's a 76 New York Met catcher, Jerry Grody. And then we got the NL Championships. Dodgers overpower the Phillies in 4. Davey Lopes hitting and Tim McCarver behind the plate for the Phillies. All right, that's the handful that I grabbed out. It's actually a pretty good stack when you look at it. But I just want to make a quick video. I mean, I don't want to break my tradition of making them on Mondays. So I wanted to make one today. Hope everybody's having a good day, that you have a great week. Remember, always keep on collecting. Again, thank you so much for your support and your comments. Keep sending me those comments, likes or dislikes. It helps me put together a weekly program. But like I said, a little different scenario. I'm not in my room downstairs. I'm up here in the living room for a change, something different. But I just like to make videos. I really have enjoyed this. I think this might be my 75th video, and it'll be 3 years in January that I've been doing that. So it's great. I've met so many great people through this, and then I'm going to be showing you I think it's coming tomorrow. Jim Bark, my friend who authored those books, Remembering Roberto, Remembering Hank Aaron, is just another one published and is out now on Remembering Harmon Killebrew. And he sent me a copy, which he's a nice guy. He's one of the kind of guys. I really look forward to telephone calls when we talk to each other. When that book comes in, I'll show it to you. But remember, if you're looking for some good books to read and all the money goes towards charity, I believe it goes towards a cancer, please support Jim Bark by buying those books, whether it be the Hank Aaron or the Roberto Clemente or the new one that's coming out, Harmon Killebrew. That's the author's name is Jim Bark, B-A-R-K, and you can find those on Amazon. No, I don't get any commission from this and stuff. I'm not a sponsor or anything, but he's become a good friend. That he does a great job, and you won't be disappointing in the books. So all right, well, thank you for watching. This is a quick video, shorter than my usual amount. A lot of the time that I do, I tend to stay around 25 to 30 minutes. Different environment. Got to see my little guy here, Paws. He's like the little attached to me all the time, my little buddy, but he's a good boy. Have a great week, and I'll see you on Monday. I'll talk to you again. Again, thank you. Take care. Bye.